Hello and welcome everyone to another set in Alchemy League. This one is from the Platinum Division. We have Wizanatic versus Oladushik. These players are 1900 to 2k, maybe a little bit more than 2k. And the map of the week for week 6 is Whirlpool Lake. We can see that Oladushik has already built 2 houses in the front. I'm wondering if that's some quick thinking. Maybe he believes that he might need to wall here. We'll see. Wizanatic is playing as the red Byzantines, and Oladushik is playing as the blue Japanese. Late game, this is a civ win for Wizanatic, but Japanese have quite a few economy bonuses that may prevent this from getting to late game. Wizanatic appears to be content to push in his deer, and Oladushik not doing that yet. He is scouting. So, Whirlpool Lake, what do you need to know? You need to know that there's a big pit. There's water in that pit, and there's fish. Lots and lots of fish. The pit is not so snowballing. That's what I like about the water on this map, is that generally if you're attacking your opponent's dock or ships, you're going to be attacking uphill and they'll be attacking downhill if you're on the offensive. And if they're on the offensive, then you'll have an advantage. So Oladushik already coming forward to build a dock here. The Japanese lumber camp costs only 50 wood, so Oladushik is going to be able to afford to build that dock sooner. I would assume he's going to build an economic dock first, relatively close to his holdings, and that's indeed what he does. Sometimes we've seen Oladushik build like other crazy docks on the other side of the whirlpool, and he is indeed scouting all around it. So I guess Oladushik really wants to have an understanding of this whirlpool and where his opponent is connecting to that whirlpool. And now he knows. Wizanatic sending a villager forward to build a house, and then he will build a dock. It's a little bit slower because he is Byzantines, but Byzantines are popular on this map because of fire ships attacking faster. There's not really a lot of places that you can go in this whirlpool. You can't really run away, and you can't really micro around islands or anything like that. So fire ships are really good here. You can fight in some low numbers and get some fire ships out. You could potentially snowball it. Like I said, though, it could be difficult to snowball. Wizanatic building his dock here, another economic location. He's going to quick wall this villager in prematurely, just so that his opponent cannot snipe this villager. Does he have loom? No, he does not, so that's why. He's afraid of Oladushik coming and picking on him. Now, if you lose this whirlpool in the center, then your opponent could theoretically sail up right into your town and destroy everything if his navy is good enough. But you do have a last line of defense here, and that is this sea tower. The sea tower may not seem very powerful. It only has 500 HP and 7 attack, and 6 pierce armor, and 8 range. But it deals massive amounts of bonus damage to ships. So it's not powerful enough to fight off a navy by itself. It needs its own navy to sort of absorb the damage and help it. Or it needs walls in front of it, but it helps. It's helpful. It's a good addition to the map. So both players are relatively clean builds, I think. Wizanatic with 0 seconds of Town Center idle time. Oladushik with 11. I think Oladushik is planning something dastardly against Wizanatic. Oladushik loves his all-in Castle Age. He loves being very aggressive. So I think it's sort of an important metric is how much can Oladushik prosper on your maps. If Oladushik is able to prosper on your maps, you have good maps. Sort of my opinion. He's kind of like the canary in the coal mine. He tells you whether or not the maps have the strategic variety that you're looking for. And we've seen Oladushik do well, and we've seen Oladushik not be able to hurt his opponents as much as he needs. We've seen it all. So overall, I think we've got some good variety here. Wizanatic headed up to the feudal age, but actually Oladushik clicked up first. Oladushik at 23 population, Wizanatic at 23 population as well. So they're both doing a 23 pop feudal age. Wizanatic coming here out to gold, but he's going to have a pretty awkward mining camp location. He's probably going to have to build it here, here, or something. Yeah, there it is. 2 villagers on gold is telling me that he's going to make a fire ship pretty much immediately. Okay, Oladushek is adding a second dock, and Wisnatic is adding a second dock too, so they are doing a mirror build here. Wisnatic is going to be a little bit behind Oladushek because of lack of economy, but not really appreciably that far behind. Like, the difference is going to be the amount of time it takes Wisnatic to sail across the whirlpool. That's how close it is, these guys. What the? Wisnatic coming and stealing Oladushek's cows. He wants to come back. Oladushek trying to convert the cows back. Wisnatic is coming and he's going to shank this scout. Okay, he converts the cows back and brings them home. Maybe Wisnatic will come back and try it again, but I don't think so. His scout has taken a little bit of damage. Meanwhile, we have Oladushek here. He has ambushed Wisnatic's villager, and he's going to get a villager pick-off here. The stock building villager. So that's a good win for Oladushek. And Oladushek is here on Wisnatic's fishing ships first. Wisnatic pulling the fishing ships back to the safety of his sea tower. Oladushek deciding that he doesn't want to take the damage from the sea tower, and he wants to focus on destroying his opponent's docks. So we're going to see Wisnatic pop out with a few fire ships pretty soon, probably. Although Oladushek is ready, he's added a demolition raft to help him deal with that. Apparently, what is this? Wisnatic has another villager out here. That's kind of dangerous. Okay, this is a dock-building villager. If he's not careful, this villager could be blown up by a demolition raft. They're both adding another dock. Oladushek already has his 3 docks, and Wisnatic is adding a 3rd. So they're hotly contesting water, you guys. And people who are really good at this game really love water anyway. It's all about the eco bonuses. Okay, demolition. It's okay. He gets a kill with it. He's taking some fights with some hill bonus here. Oh, here's another demolition raft. I think Oladushek should just blow up Wisnatic's. Oh, well, actually, that worked out well for him. I was thinking he could blow up the fishing ships. And Oladushek is here fighting Wisnatic, but he has a hill disadvantage. I don't think he realizes it until too late. Oh, man. He almost got another villager. And I think one of these eco kills here is a fishing ship. So that is unfortunate for Oladushek, but fortunate for Wisnatic. Wisnatic does not want to lose another villager. That would be pretty awkward. And now they're fighting here with Oladushek having gotten the first hit. So I think Wisnatic will have to withdraw. Wisnatic is withdrawing. He has a hill advantage. Oh, he doesn't take it. Sending another villager to help out. Oh, just passing. Okay, Oladushek deciding not to fight anymore. At least not there. Alright, I guess there was some demolition action, and Oladushek lost all of his navy. And so now the pendulum is swung in the other direction. And Wisnatic is now pressuring Oladushek. Okay, here's another demolition raft. Seems like Oladushek is making more demolition rafts, which makes sense. Because he does not have the same fire ship bonus. Okay, Wisnatic with a repair villager. You gotta be really careful with this kind of thing. Like, a demolition raft could blow that up. But the ones that are being made are coming out of here. Oh, 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 oh. Oh, nice hit. He damaged a lot of fire ships that way. Okay, Oladushek fighting this, and then here come the fire ships to help out. Oladushek needs to be careful. Oh, he just barely fails to get out in time. Demolition raft is going to pop right out and hurt those fire ships. Yep, there it is. Bam. Good hit. I think it's worth it for Oladushek to try to pick off this villager. Oh! He almost had it, too. If that villager were just a little bit closer. Now, ships can get hill bonuses, you guys. I didn't mention that, but it's true. It's weird because, well, you know, water is generally flat, but nope. Ships can get hill bonuses. So if a fire ship is attacking something downhill, or a galley is attacking something downhill, then it will do more damage. So I'm wondering if Oladushek is really going to I guess he's just making pretty much demolition rafts exclusively. Villager count is similar, so they're not far apart. Wisnatic has way more military though. Seems like his fire ships are standing up better. That was a good hit. Wisnatic with 5 military, Oladushek with none. Has Oladushek just stopped making demolition rafts? Oh, he keeps on trying to get that villager. He may yet get it. Fire galley comes out. He's gonna try to go for the villager, maybe. Oladushek gonna repair his dock. Here comes the demolition raft. Is it gonna get this? I think he wants that villager. Yes, he does get it. Nice. Oladushek needs a win like that because he's behind in military. He is one villager ahead of Wisnatic. Both players just fanatically going for fire ships and demolition ships. And Oladushek is kind of lucky here. He happens to be sort of in the center of this dock, where the villager can repair it without taking any damage. He's got a demolition raft here, but I'm not sure why he hasn't used it yet. He's got another villager here repairing this dock, and Wisnatic is sending the boys to shank that villager. She needs to quick wall. Oh, he sees it. Yeah, Oladushek sees that coming. But I think this other villager's going to get the hits. Yep. So Oladushek has to withdraw. This dock is under repairs. It's slowly going down. It is making another demolition raft. And this villager here wants to interrupt this repair process. Oladushek is on his way up to the castle age. Just needs to keep this up just a little bit longer to get this demolition raft out. Oh, he just barely misses. Oh. But I think Wisnatic is going to win water here. Oladushek needs to seriously wall this off. Like, he needs to wall right now. And I think Wisnatic kind of knows that Oladushek is in trouble. These fishing ships are blocking this passage right here. But it looks like the water belongs to Wisnatic. Wisnatic is actually going to be up to the castle age first before Oladushek. You know, all this fighting for the water, and ultimately at the end of the day, Wisnatic only has 2 fishing ships on water. So it's actually just kind of ridiculous. But Oladushek, he needs to wall here. He needs to, because as soon as Wisnatic gets castle age, you know the war galley upgrade is going to come in, and all these fire ships are going to go straight underneath this town center if they're allowed to, and then they're just going to burn it. Although Wisnatic has not gotten the war galley upgrade yet. He's probably waiting until he has the gold. He's got villagers forward repairing his ships. I think ships you should be able to garrison in docks to repair them. Okay, Oladushek is going to go demolition ship and monk defense. He's going to use the fishing ship to block that fire ship. I don't know that this is going to work. Just build a house, or like build 3 wall segments. Here comes Wisnatic. Oladushek wants to take advantage of the fact that Wisnatic is going to be bunched up in one place. And he does get a few good hits here, but I don't see it happening. I think Wisnatic is just going to power through. Alright, here we go. 8 fire ships. Okay, there is a demolition ship here. Boom. Fire ships are still alive. And Oladushek's town is under siege. He does have a monk converting a fire ship. The sea tower has gone down. War Galley was queued in the dock that went down. Hey, Jasuni, thank you for clarifying. Welcome, welcome. So now Oladushek will lose his town center. Fire ships are just so strong against town centers. All because he didn't build 3 stone wall segments here. He sold his stone, apparently, at some point. He could have bought more. So Oladushek's people are homeless. And he calls the GG. So really, really fierce contest for water here. But in the end, it came down to the very small thing of Oladushek wanting to use fire ships, demolition ships... Sorry, not fire ships. Fishing ships, demolition ships, to block this passage off when he should have just built 3 stone wall segments. And he could have probably bought himself a lot of time. Good game. Game 1 goes to Wizanatic. Well, he did use the fishing ship wall, but the fire ships just destroyed it. I reject the idea that palisades would be enough. It's not worth the trouble building the palisade. But stone wall, that could be worth the trouble. Alright, let's take a look at the next map. It is Oladushek's choice, and it is Cataclysm. He loves this map. He loves to be Malians on this map, and he loves to deny resources. Goes for the gold. Let's see what he does here. So Cataclysm was made by BP Dredge. Previous map, Whirlpool Lake, made by Jasuni, but this one was made by BP Dredge. There's been a cataclysmic event. This moon has crashed into its planet, and so people had to evacuate to these smaller moons or asteroids still in orbit. And now they're heading back to the main planet to rebuild their town. Oladushek has found a spot pretty convenient right next to the coast. And he is building up here, and he's going to go heavy on water. That's why I think he's building his dock so close. Or sorry, his town center so close to the waters, because he's confident he will win water. And Wizanatic is building his town center here. He's got stone, he's got gold, and he's got forest in range of his town center. And he has a boar here as well. Wizanatic is also exploring with some goats that he discovered. So he'll have at least a little bit of a food income. And Oladushek scouting with a goat. It's nobody has docked their starting island this time. I think technically you could build a town center out here, although it would probably be quite foolish. Be easy to defend, but hard to get your economy going, I think. You'd have to be constantly transporting villagers over to the mainland. That would be a huge pain. Somalians are special because their buildings cost less wood, so they can afford a fishing ship right away. They should be able to. Seems like Oladushek has found some additional goats, and he is exploring the cataclysmic, the decimated planet. The relics are all in this sort of decimation zone here. Both the players are sheep scouting. Hey, Funny Liquid, welcome. Jasuni says, I've seen the AI build a TC on its starting island. It doesn't go very well. Yeah, you know, the AI is not very smart. That's one of the things I wish that they improved about the AI, actually. Like, I remember when I played Age of Kings, one of my favorite maps to play was the Islands map. But the AI was too stupid to load their villagers up on a transport ship and relocate to other islands and take the resources there. Like, there would be other neutral islands, and the AI would just come to my island, and it would wipe me out because I had no idea what I was doing because I was just a kid. And then I would sneak away, and I would build a town like on the other neutral islands, and the AI would not come for me because it wasn't programmed to come for me, because it was only programmed to attack me on my starting island. And the AI would run out of wood on its own island, and then it would just run out of resources, and eventually I would outlast it and win. Those were some dark days. I was quite bad at Age of Empires at that point. Alright, so Oladushek with 2 fishing ships, and Wisnatic has no fishing ships yet. Oh, what is this? What is... Oh, right, he's picked up a goat. This is the Goat Express. And he's just looking around. Okay, Wisnatic has built a dock. Okay, and he has now queued up a fishing ship. So, Oladushek with an economy lead here. You know, he has gotten the fishing ships out. He's taking food. So he's going to have a food advantage over Wisnatic here. Now, Wisnatic, of course, is Spanish. Spanish are crazy on Nomad. And this is basically a Nomad map that is more ordered and predictable, if you will. I would say it's probably more fair. Oh, Wisnatic with a long-range boar lure, though. Look at this. Stealing a boar from probably somewhere over here, which is technically closer to Oladushek. So Spanish, they build faster, but I think the scariest part about Spanish on Nomad is Conquistadors. So we'll see if Wisnatic goes Conquistadors. I think he probably will. I don't think people pick Spanish on Nomad to go something other than Conquistadors. So Conquistadors are probably the better unique unit on this map. But if Oladushek has a winning position and he's able to use his economic advantage over Wisnatic to deal a lot of damage, then it may not matter that Wisnatic has a superior unique unit for this map. I don't mean to knock Gabetos or anything, but I think most people would agree that Conquistadors are objectively a better castle unit than Gabetos. For most situations except maybe late game. Because Conquistadors can kite Gabetos all day long. I believe they do bonus damage to them because they're infantry. Oladushek bringing in that boar. And they of course have more attack and health. And they have more speed, so they can just run around. They're more expensive, but you know, if you're kiting and you're killing units for free, who cares, right? You're going to get your money back. And it's going to cost you nothing at some point. And I think that's what makes Spanish super annoying, is the fact that they can do that. Oladushek just about ready to click up to the feudal age here. We can see he's starting to amass the food. He has the food now. And he's probably going to make one more villager. Okay, there we go. So he's clicked up. So Oladushek is on his way up to the feudal age. He has 26 villagers to Wisnatic's 24. Wisnatic still making fire ships, but I think Oladushek is going to go after him. I would not be surprised if we saw another dock from Oladushek very soon. He's already got 3 on gold, so that's enough to sustain fire ship production from 1 dock, and I think he'll probably build another. Oladushek building a barracks, though, so maybe he'll make an archery range and make archers and harass Wisnatic that way. I don't think Oladushek has much of an understanding of Wisnatic's base because it's a nomad. Yeah, he doesn't know. Conquistadors do not have bonus damage versus infantry. So Wisnatic knows where Oladushek is, but Oladushek does not know where Wisnatic is. Jasuni says, Conquistadors don't have bonus damage against infantry. They only have bonus damage against rams and buildings. But they have a high enough base attack that they don't need bonus damage. He's seen Conquistadors kite Condotiros to death. Yes, that's true. If they had it, they wouldn't even need it. But they just have so much. They're very powerful. So Oladushek is... He's going to archery range. So I don't see... Okay, I do see a fire galley from Oladushek. But I don't see another dock. And Oladushek is here with his transport ship. I believe that he has discovered Wisnatic. Yeah, he knows where Wisnatic's dock is. He knows where to go to attack Wisnatic's fishing ships. He'll be disappointed that Wisnatic is right behind him to the feudal age. Oladushek on his way up to castle. What? So he's going to go FC into crossbows as Malians? That's so weird. Maybe Funny Liquid or somebody can explain this. Why would anybody go FC into crossbows as Malians? Maybe he's just going to make a few archers to take map control, and then he's going to do something different. I just don't know. The relics are all very close together, so that's why I think Siege Monk pushes are so powerful on this map, but we don't see them. You guys, like, ugh, why don't we see Siege Monk pushes on the map? I need somebody to explain this to me. Like, look, like you plop down 3 monasteries and a siege workshop right here, and you just keep pushing your opponent. There's not really much for them to do. They can't really go that far away. And all the gold is right here. It makes a lot of sense. But people love their archers and knights. Alright, so Wisnatic is going to go up to the Castle Age as well. Neither player has decided to fight in Feudal Age, really. Oladushik made 1 fire ship, and where is it? Alright, it is coming. Wisnatic has not made any fire ships. So he's going to lose maybe a fishing ship or 2. After Oladushik arrives, if he chooses to defend. If he doesn't choose to defend, this 1 fire ship will kill all of his fish. But somehow both players deciding, yeah, you know, we're just not going to fight in Feudal Age. Wait, Wisnatic has made a scout for some reason. Maybe to help him explore the map. Did make a stable. Maybe the stable is for bloodlines, for the conquistadors. Actually, he is getting scale barding armor, so maybe we'll see knights from Wisnatic instead of conquistadors. Although Wisnatic is on stone, so he does want to make a castle soon. Oladushik has not gone on stone yet. He is making some more crossbowmen, and he is building a monastery. He's getting the ship upgrade, so he's going to invest more into navy. He's got 1 ship here. He's getting it for 1 fire galley. I guess it'll put him over the top here when it upgrades in a few seconds. But I don't think this is justified. I think he's done the damage. You know, if he were ignoring this fire ship, his fire ship would be just about dead now. And he might even get all of these fishing ships in turn. So we got that upgrade, and I don't think he's going to use it, because Wisnatic is not going to make any more fish. Alright, so here comes Wisnatic for the Spanish castle drop. Maybe Oladushik went into the crossbows because he was afraid of that. There is a knight here. Let's take a look at the crossbow upgrades. So they have the first range upgrade, but not the second. And tragically, Oladushik is going in the wrong direction. The relics are down here. And the castle drop will happen from down here. But, interestingly enough, Wisnatic not going for it right now. He's got the stone now. He could go for it. Oladushik building a town center on this gold. Malians get extra gold and save wood on buildings, which is really good for archer plays. That's true, but they are missing Bracer. Alright, so Oladushik is going to attempt to convert these knights. And he sees the villagers coming forward. And Wisnatic says, well, I need to build a humbler castle than that. And there's too much military here from Wisnatic. So Oladushik is not going to be able to stop this castle. It's a Spanish castle anyway, and there's a ton of villagers building it. So these knights are going to look for some damage. They only have the first armor, but they could still put a hurt on Oladushik if they got in on the wood line. Monk pops out and stands within the minimum range of the castle. That's just about the best you can do. We have a couple of fire galleys here from Wisnatic. Oladushik does not have... He really needs help here. If he were ever in a situation where this wood line were denied, he'd be in big trouble. From lacking proper map control. He needs a safe wood to take, and he doesn't really have it. Except for right here. But Wisnatic makes a scorpion and camps it right here, and what does Oladushik do for wood at that point? Oladushik coming down this way, he's going to colonize this area. He is probably going to be buying wood for a while. He's going to go on stone and gold. Oladushek needs a mangonel, perhaps? Although that could be rough because there are knights here. So he just needs more monks. More monks, more mangonels. Apparently this monk was killed eventually at the base of Wizenatic's castle. Wizenatic going to build a town center here. I think there's a case to be made, an argument to be made for building your town center closer to the middle of the map. Just so that something like this can't happen to you, right? Or if it does, it happens over here instead of over here. And you've got like back wood lines you can go to. Alright, Oladushek heading out. He's looking for some damage. He's got these Malian crossbowmen. And he actually could hurt Wizenatic significantly if Wizenatic does not notice these crossbowmen. But unfortunately for Oladushek, he stops a little bit short and attacks the barracks. And that will send a notification to Wizenatic. And Wizenatic is getting out of there. So Oladushek has to turn back. Oladushek repairing this town center, but I think that's a mistake. I think his wood situation is not good enough to justify repairing this town center. But again, guys, these players are much better than I am. So, although I comment on it, and it may sound like I can't believe it's a good idea, maybe it really actually is. Wizenatic going for another castle drop. This is really going to hurt. If this castle goes up, which I believe that it will, Oladushek will not be able to take wood here. He needs to slip out right now and like come over here or something. But instead he's going to go this way. And he has knights. There are knights here for Wizenatic. There are conquistadors. This is looking pretty ugly. The villager count is tied. The military is tied. But in terms of map control, Wizenatic has just done very well with controlling the map so far. Denying resource collection. Okay, we got one knight conversion. Oladushek will probably buy more wood and build another town center here. That would be my guess. Or he'll drop a castle. Actually, this looks more like a castle drop. You know what? I bet Oladushek is going to drop a castle on Wizenatic and then build a lumber camp here. And take Wizenatic's wood instead. That could actually be the genius move. Yep. Here's the castle. Oladushek is like, well, you know, I didn't need this town. I'm just going to go take your town. Which I think is pretty smart. And what is this? Wizenatic is chasing this. Oladushek probably wants to snag this relic to prevent Wizenatic from getting it. Wizenatic has to withdraw from this area. And Oladushek builds a lumber camp here. So, you need wood on this map. The lengths that players will go through to get to wood. Alright, Oladushek has managed to survive, I think, on water mostly, or he's got some fishing ships left. I think he's got 4 fishing ships total. So they're providing a much needed food income for him. Wizenatic has to retreat from this area. He can still take gold here. Oladushek coming around with a knight. Maybe Oladushek will get lucky and find this. This house here is not helping the efficiency of his lumber camp. Oladushek has picked up 2 relics and he's brought them over to this side of the map here. And he's made a Gabedo. And he's going to go and raid Wizenatic. Wizenatic is playing really well today. I gotta say. This is looking a lot like the Wizenatic we saw in the King of Ireland tournament, who is like impossible to kill. Booming everywhere. He has very good macro. That was my observation. Wizenatic massing an army here. It's better than Oladushek's army, I think. Oladushek needs to be careful. He needs to quick wall these monks in or something. But there's just a ton of stuff here. It's a bunch of light cav. He's got villagers. He's got a knight. He's got a Gebeto. If the villagers could somehow cushion the monks and prevent them from being feet set upon by the light cav, they could potentially do something here. It looks like actually he somehow won. I don't know how that happened. I honestly don't know how that happened. But that was really good villager micro, or micro in general, from Oladushek. And he's going to build another castle here, and this castle is a big deal. Like, this castle will secure this side of the wood line. It'll allow him to take wood here as well. Because he can't really afford to put any more villagers on this wood line is already oversaturated and inefficient, I should say. So he'll build another lumber camp probably right here. Wizenatic has the stone for another castle, and he's trying to convert Oladushek's knight. That I think was actually originally Wizenatic's knight. And he succeeds. Wizenatic's going to drop a castle right here. Youch. And the whole map has just been... The whole game has been castle drop after castle drop after castle drop. Oladushek is going to relocate. He does have the relics safe in this monastery, and that will help him out. And he's taking more stone here. Apparently Wizenatic has built a dock here and with this villager, and it's just gone up, and Oladushek is trying to burn the villager, but she's standing just slightly too far away. So he's going to send a Gebeto and a crossbowman to deal with it. But this will be annoying, and this dock is researching War Galley, and it's researching Fire Galley. So Oladushek wishes to build the town over here. He's building a town center, and he's got a lot of his economy over here. He's got 30 villagers over here. And I think the remaining 25 to 30 are over in this region. So he wants to start a new life for himself on the map. He's taking heavily for the stone. Wizenatic he has 17 on stone. Oladushek has 26. So Oladushek just wants to take wood safely. That is his goal. Okay, he is getting devotion, and he does have the stone for another castle. I would love to see Oladushek like drop a castle right here. But I don't know that it's going to happen. Wizenatic getting redemption so that he can convert buildings and siege weapons. Alright, Oladushek's castle he will build right here. I think it's because he's afraid of these conquistadors and these monks pressuring his holdings on the moon. And this is a smart castle too. It'll allow him to take these resources back here. And it'll shore up his defense of this town center. So I think that was the better town center to build for now. Ram coming in, though. The good news is Gebetos are very good against rams. So Oladushek, if he sees that ram, which I think he will... Yeah, he sees the ram. He should be queuing Gebetos right now in response to that ram. Looks like he's a little bit tight on the food income. But you can't let that ram charge your towns. Oh, he's actually going to build an... Wait. Oh, this is Wizenatic's castle. Wizenatic wants to drop a castle here. That would be very bad for Oladushek. The good news is that Oladushek has the stone to build another castle if he wants. And here comes Wizenatic's villagers to build this castle. And Oladushek is going to see it. And Oladushek needs to be like dropping houses like crazy over here. This is enough villagers to get this castle up regardless of what Oladushek does. Oladushek, Earth to Oladushek. The Gebeto is attacking the base of the castle, it looks like, instead of the villagers. He garrisons the town center, and he's going to kill some villagers here, but this castle going up would be a disaster. He ungarrisons the villagers to send them out to fight. He's going to try to rush up a tower. Villagers are going down, but I think the castle will go up because Spanish are completely ridiculous. Oladushek fighting the base of that castle. Now, he does still have this back here, but this castle, Oladushek was the one who needed the castle here. And the Gebetos are within minimum range of the castle, actually, so the villagers cannot repair. And Oladushek needs a ram, or he needs petards, he needs something. He's going to drop a castle here, though, on Wizenatic. And Wizenatic kind of doing the same thing that Oladushek did. He's garrisoning his town center. Oladushek has Gebeto here. They're attacking the knight. Are they going to be able to get the knight? No, they don't finish off the knight. The knight has 2 HP. So 2 shanks from a villager, and this knight could go down. If Oladushek had quick-walled these villagers on this side, actually, I think he could have gotten this castle up, especially if he had sent more people. And he did have more. This would have been a very, very devastating castle against Wisnatic, but the castle is denied and Oladushek calls the GG. So it was a tale of two unfortunate castles here for Oladushek. Wisnatic getting the castle up here, and Oladushek failing to get this castle up here. And if Oladushek had built his castle first, which I think he could have, he had the stone at the time before Wisnatic ever started building this, the game would still be going on right now, actually. But those two things happening back to back is what gave Wisnatic the W. So GG, well played, very entertaining game. Alright, the final map is Comet by BP Dredge as well. So, Comet, you got this big elliptical shaped landmass here. You've got these large forests. Tower rushes are popular on this map. Last map was all about castle drops. They kept on dropping castles on each other. They're both coming, look at this, Oladushek going forward for a lane. Wisnatic coming out, I think, maybe for a lane. Well, no. I think he's genuinely trying to find his own resources. Oladushek curving back. Maybe he decides the lane is too risky. You got this mangrove shallow terrain out here. You can build on this. It's sort of a glowing aura. There are bits of Comet that have broken off, trailing behind the main head. There's resources on this, but it's dangerous to take them because you never know when a demolition raft or something is going to come in and blow you up. Wisnatic bringing in his first boar. Trying to find where the other boar is, actually. Here it is. Okay. So yeah, that is his first boar. And he's going to come through here and he's going to find his sheep in that way. Oladushek has not found these sheep. And he has not found these sheep yet. So the sheep are a little far away on this. But they're taking the boars first because they don't want to get lamed. Which is smart. It's easy to lame on this map. The players are closer together and there are no wolves. So you could even send villagers forward to try to lame. Wisnatic finding these sheep as well. So he's playing as Malay and Oladushek is playing as the Berbers. They're interesting choice of civilizations. What do you guys think about Malay versus Berbers on this map? This is one that I have not seen before. I think I've seen Malay on this map and I've seen Berbers on this map, but I don't think I've seen Malay versus Berbers. So I think these players will go water, although we've seen players go water late. We've seen players just build a mill and mill the box turtles, of which there are many, and get some fast food income from that. I think they're going to dock early, though. I think both of them want the eco bonus. Oladushek looking around here. I think Oladushek just discovered Wisnatic's lumber camp. Yeah, so he knows where the lumber camp is. Most of the lumber camps are forward on this map. The wood is forward, I should say. Malay are pretty awkward to play. They advance to the next stage quicker, so you go up later. And that turns into an economy bonus, but it's sort of hard to manage. It's not like just having cheaper or something. Because you have to time it differently. All the build order guides and stuff like that doesn't apply to Malay. You have to modify it for Malay somehow. Scout Cavalry looking around for Oladushek. Wisnatic has not quick-walled this villager. Okay, he just did now. I thought that this was shallow here, that you could walk on it. I guess maybe not. But Oladushek didn't find it anyway, but he could have if he continued along this trajectory, and it actually would have been a big win for him, killing this villager. But no, he's just looking around. So Wisnatic is going to go for the dock immediately. And Oladushek has done the same. Oladushek actually with two boats out. He's got 2 fishing ships and he's not making another right now. Maybe he never will. See, Wisnatic has just finished Loom. Neither player ready to click up to the feudal age yet. Wait, what is this? What is this? Oh, are we going to see Oladushek do a sneaky dock again? With demolition rafts and blow up villagers? That would be quite chaotic. Let's see if we can look at this from Oladushek's perspective. I think he's fancying this location right here. Because there are no fish here. So if Wisnatic scouted this area, he's not going to go here again, most likely. Because there are no resources nearby. Oladushek is going to build a house here. And this house is going to give him vision on whether or not Wisnatic takes the box turtles here, I suppose. And there are more box turtles here. So I think Oladushek wants vision on Wisnatic and whether or not he is taking box turtles at a specific location. So this is something that we need to pay close attention to. Okay, feudal age. Yep, there it is. There's the dock. So this dock will monitor these box turtles. And of course, Oladushek might be able to take those box turtles himself if he wants. Now, Wisnatic is also docking forward on Oladushek. So Wisnatic actually doing something very similar, I think. Oladushek building an outpost here to give himself some vision. And he's gonna see this palisade wall. He sends this villager to see what Wisnatic is up to. And yeah, he just barely saw that from the outpost. This is good for Oladushek to do. He knows that this is here now. And he destroys that palisade wall, and now he's going after and shanking the villager, but the lady's going to quick wall herself in, so Oladushek is going to tower it. And then Wisnatic's like, alright, well, I can't defend against that. So Oladushek, and it's kind of a smart tower, because it's right on his gold. So it's not like he did this just to flush out Wisnatic's villager, which he does not want in the back of his base building docks. Okay, Wisnatic must have just found these sheep. That's unfortunate for him. He's going to come over here and mill these berry bushes, or fruit bushes, I should say. And Oladushek has not... Okay, yeah, Oladushek trying to get in here to get at this villager. I think it would be worth it to build the demo raft to blow up this lady. But he's going to make a fire galley instead. And, I mean, Wisnatic has made a fire galley. He's actually got 2 fire galleys. Oladushek needs to come over here and repair his fire galley so that it can fight this. And I think he did send a villager down this way for that reason. But he hasn't looked at it yet. There it is. Okay, so he's going to do that now. So Wisnatic with a forward barracks for the Malay. And he's going to build a house. And meanwhile, here comes the fire galley for Oladushek. And that fire galley is going to set itself upon this lady here. Can't attack this way, but it can come around. But given Oladushek's luck, it may not. He's built another dock here to keep an eye on these box turtles. Yeah, he's going to send it around. And then Wisnatic will delete the wall, and then pull the lady out. So I'm not really sure what this is right here. I guess this is her just finishing the quick walls. Fire ship chasing the fishing ship here. And we got a scout fight. I think Oladushek should take a break from that and help win the scout fight. Okay, that's even better. He finishes off the fishing ship first. You guys, I'm rooting for Oladushek here because I want him to take a game off of Wisnatic. It makes us look bad if there are lots of 3-0s in the sets. I don't want to say it makes us look bad, but we look better if they're 2-1s, right? Because if the games are back and forth, then that means that we did a good job of seeding the players. But sometimes it can't be helped, right? Sometimes players have good days, and sometimes players have bad days. And Wisnatic's been playing really strong today. They played earlier in the day, actually. I believe Oladushek streamed it, which is pretty cool. Oladushek repairing a fishing ship this time. He needs... Alright, he's building another fire galley. He's got a good woodline, good situation going here. It's too bad Oladushek didn't have the stone to drop a tower on this wood line. That would be pretty annoying for Wisnatic to have to deal with. And it is easy to deny a lot of wood with towers on this map. Oladushek, he really wants this villager. Wow, okay, he's got 3 fire galleys here. He's microing this one back. And he's gonna kill one. He's gonna kill the other. Oh no, it just gets away. You could probably just send one to chase it. This lady is gonna go to try to escape, but Oladushek's like, oh no you don't. Oh no, demolition raft. Oh wow. Alright, Oladushek going for this lady now. It looks like he did get the upper hand here, but it looked pretty close. And he does burn her. Wisnatic did a good job of keeping her alive for a while. Oladushek with 3 eco kills, and Wisnatic with 1. Fire galley burning the other fire galley, and the other fire galleys are not fighting back. Okay, now it's time to pull it back into the range of the tower and repair it. Pull it back, Oladushek. Yeah, there you go. So now he's got the tower helping out. So the tower is still kind of helping him out. He has an eye over here in this archery range. Now, I think Oladushek should have walled in the base of this tower. Or like walled across here or something. This is annoying because the tower is not helping him against these archers. He has to relocate his gold. And the archers could theoretically actually eventually take the tower down. Oh, okay, he's going to send the fire ship in to deal with it, which is an interesting choice. And he's going to shank the archer here. So Oladushek is actually going to win that fight. Just because the tower was close enough to the water that the fire galley could help out. Wisnatic going to build another house here. Neither player apparently is going up to the Castle Age anytime soon. Maybe Wisnatic is starting to save for it now. Oladushek with 35 villagers to Wisnatic's 39. So we've got another battle here, but they're not really fighting over any fishing ships. I actually don't know if Wisnatic has any fishing ships left. I don't think he does. I think Oladushek just wants to prevent Wisnatic from ever getting fishing ships and wants to protect, what, 3 or 4? He's got 3 fishing ships left. He wants to protect those. And actually, you could kind of like wall this off, stone wall from here to here, and have maybe safe fish for a while, based on the size of the gap. I don't know if it's worth it, though. You'd have to do an in-depth analysis, a study. So Oladushek appears to have the advantage on this map. Hey, Cookie Pirate, welcome. He's got more military, but Wisnatic has more economy, and Wisnatic has, very importantly, clicked up to the Castle Age. Oladushek is, in his defense, about to click up, though. There we go. Okay, Wisnatic attacking Oladushek's dock. Oladushek has the military somewhere. He will send it over. Wisnatic keeps on raiding him over here. And what are we gonna see? What's the play here? Oladushek stonewalling. Interesting. So that tells me if Oladushek is spending his stone, that tells me that Oladushek is planning on recovering that stone. So we will probably see a mining camp on a stone here pretty soon. Okay, Wisnatic with the Malay archers. He's building a forward monastery, and he just got the range upgrade for his archers. Oladushek patching potential holes in wood lines, or not really patching, but being proactive here to prevent overchops. This villager, though, this is very unfortunate. Like, this is clearly a villager that was assigned to build stuff, but, like, just couldn't figure it out with these ships here. These ships got in the way at one point, and this villager was just like, yeah, whatever, I'm just going to stand here. It's fine. I didn't want to build anything anyway. So Oladushek pulling this villager away and then trying to quick wall this because this dude was just standing there, just from dumb villager pathing problems. Now Oladushik is up in the Castle Age, and yes, we see a mining camp full of stone miners. And he's going to take this one because it's further away. He knows that he can't finish this. If Wizenatic really wanted to deny this and get in through here, he could. So Oladushik is going to take the resources here. And he's also relocating his wood line over to the other side. This is Oladushik's sort of zone of control. He theoretically has... This area of the map is not yet breached, but he's not confident in his ability to control it longer term. He's building a siege workshop, and Oladushik is going to probably get a mangonel from it. Be very helpful for him. And he's going to quick wall here, and he's going to at least try to funnel this ram and all these units in this way. Oh no, he's just going to try to keep them out. That's even better. I think that this gate is probably not worth it with only 121 HP. The gates have 0 armor until they're completed. So he's going to need that mangonel out as soon as possible. And it's going to be do or die with this defensive castle for Oladushik. Wizenatic has the stone for a castle himself. He's adding a town center. Oladushik has invested a lot in navy, and he has one. You know, he's got his navy over here. And he's just destroyed Wizenatic's dock. And this castle is going to go up. And he's just trying to buy himself some time here with these stone walls. And Wizenatic wants to castle drop Oladushik mercilessly. Look at that. So that castle does look bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it looks. Because Oladushik is not really farming around this town center. You know, the resources that he needs are right here. And he's got the castle up protecting it. So he's okay for now. He's making camel archers. Oladushik would love to get some camel archers in on Wizenatic's economy and kill a bunch of things and be hugely annoying. And I think he will attempt that. It is unfortunate though, because Oladushik will lose this town center. There's a castle going up on it, there's a ram going up on it, so he's just trying to get as many villagers out of it as he can. And Wizenatic's like, I'll take as many villagers as possible out of that. The mangonel is going to roll forward, and the mangonel, comes in range of the castle and gets shot down. Only kills, I think, 1 villager, and Wizenatic loses 2 monks and a mangonel. So that's actually a pretty good exchange for Oladushik. He is the underdog. We're rooting for him at this point in the match, because we like to see 2 1s and 1 2s. But either way, like, even if we saw a 0-3, like, these sets have been really good. It's only come down to small things. That's one Wizenatic. Both of these players have played really well. So Oladushik is going to build a new town center here, but Wizenatic has buildings that are preventing farms from being built around it. So Oladushik will eventually tear these down, but it will be annoying. He deleted this wall segment, and now he's got camel archers out on the prowl. Wizenatic's monk micro is impeccable, so Oladushik will not be able to stick around for long. He's got to come back and go and find someplace other to be than where the monks are with those camels. So this castle is up here. I'm curious if Wizenatic is going to go up to the next age. It doesn't look like he's got it queued or anything like that. Like, Wizenatic seems to just want to boom. Oladushik is on 1 town center. Here he comes. So these camels will be able to reach what the ships cannot. And if I were Oladushik, I'd come right down right here on Wizenatic's gold. I think Oladushik knows about that gold too. I'm going to assume so. He's got decent exploration. Oh yeah, of course, he's got an outpost right here. You can see everything. I'm not really sure why he's curving around back here though. He literally knows that there's villagers on this gold. Maybe he thinks he can't get to them in time. Maybe he's coming around and looking for a wood line instead. Wizenatic with a couple of ship conversions, but Oladushik has more health on his fire galley, so he's going to clean that up. Oladushik getting handcart. This is going to make his villagers super fast at walking around. I'm wondering if, because he doesn't have any farms, so is he doing that just so that he can walk for a castle drop? You know, like he can get to a castle drop more quickly. Wizenatic sending 27 villagers to drop this castle right here on Oladushek. Oladushek is really... Wizenatic is really hitting Oladushek hard on the wood. Like last game, Wizenatic was like, I'll just drop this castle on Oladushek's wood line. And Oladushek, like, suffered. So the players have been pretty aggressive on these maps. Not much Oladushek can do to stop this, so I think he's just going to take the wood that he can and get out. But he could, because he controls water, he could come out here and take these resources. And it indeed seems like Oladushek has a mill here, like he wants to take these box turtles. He's pulled these villagers off. He's going to build another town center here. I don't think this town center is worth it because it's on his gold. I think it'd be more worth his time to come down like this, even though it'd be maybe a little bit longer, and come out and take these resources. And he's won water, so he can do that. There's fire ships here. Uh-oh. This is going to be kind of lucky for Wizenatic, though. He's going to see Oladushek's villagers fleeing, and he's going to put a stop to it. Gets a villager conversion. Oladushek needs to kind of rally the troops and charge the monks and kill as many monks as he can, and then clean up the converted units and the archers after that. So Oladushek trying to come out here to take this wood, but Wizenatic is in the right place at the right time, and he is not able to make it out here. And Wizenatic is even building an outpost because he's expecting Oladushek to try to make a break for it and get out this way to take resources. And Oladushek knows that he needs to. He's taking a bunch of resources here, but really these villagers are just waiting for these fire ships to clear this up. And he does have fire ships moving in on this location. Needs to go for the monk first. Wizenatic withdrawing to the center of the island. And he does... Okay, Oladushek does clean up the monk. And actually, this could be very bad for Wizenatic, especially if Oladushek has a demolition raft. And all of these archers are going to die. Oh my goodness. Wow, that was a much-needed win for Oladushek. He needed that badly. There's still this converted villager is here with 15 gold in his hands. Wizenatic is on his way up to the Imperial Age, though. Oladushek has suffered a number of setbacks that have delayed his prospects for Imperial Age. Oladushek with a war galley here. I don't see where Oladushek's camel archers went. I don't even know if he has them anymore. He's got one and it's right here. So they must have attacked somewhere and gotten killed, unfortunately, for Oladushek. Wizenatic coming here to take gold. Oladushek is going to see this, though, and he should be able to shut this down, actually. Surely he must see it. Oh, he just barely missed it. That is some bad luck. Wizenatic sees this, though, and he builds a tower. He does not want Oladushek coming in here and messing with his gold. Wizenatic does have other gold, but it's, like, on the water and stuff, and he's afraid of Oladushek coming and denying it. Wizenatic is getting the scale barding armor, so I think he's maybe going to go... Yeah, here are a couple of camel archers for Wizenatic, so he must have converted them. So we think he's going to go elephants. And elephants are very smart to go against the Berbers. I don't know that the Berbers get help. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Berbers get halberdier. And if you don't have halberdier, you're going to struggle against elephants. So we got a ram. Okay, Oladushek is actually Imperial Age. I missed that. And these trebuchets want to attack Wizenatic's castle. This villager wants to repair this trebuchet, but he needs to avoid this ram. Wizenatic's ram is being super annoying, chasing the trebuchets around, chasing this trebuchet around. Oladushek going to shank the ram, and he's also going to repair the trebuchet. So eventually, I think he'll get this ram taken care of, but it buys Wizenatic some time. Okay, there we go. So Oladushek is going to start trebbing this castle. These elephants are a problem. Oladushek needs monks. He has built another castle here, and that castle is going to take Wizenatic off of this gold. And Wizenatic hasn't been doing too great for gold. He has this here, but as soon as that runs out, he's going to be in trouble. Because he just doesn't trust himself to take gold anywhere else on the map. These elephants, though, are setting upon these trebuchets. Oladushek has to pack him up and get him out of here. He needs a monastery. Demolition raft going up, but the elephants are tanky. They can handle it. Wizenatic has 33 on food. He can mass produce the elephants all day long, and Oladushek has to call the GG. These are 3 fantastic games, guys. Hats off to both players. Really well played, and I'm looking forward to seeing more games out of them. So, yeah, that's true. Berbers have good camels, so why give them Halbs? So thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will catch you for the next one.